There we go. Heavens above. Helps if you turn the sound on, stupid. Okay. We are in the ARCA cars at Las Vegas, rambling on there, and noticed that I didn't have any of the mic or anything on. So we'll see what we can do. Let's see. Only got a couple of minutes. There's 26 registered for the race session, so we'll see how that goes. But all the sound's working now, which is the way it should be. So sorry about that. Sitting there flapping me gums and there's no noise coming out. But that's fixed now. Just going to open up the live chat just in case anybody's watching. All right. Oh, goodness gracious, yep. I've sorted that now, mate. yeah. Actually, I wouldn't mind if they did ARCA, but no. I was going to do the Homestead race, but just couldn't get my head around it. I went out, did some laps and stuff in the session, but just couldn't get my head around it. And decided to come and do this because I just want to test the FPS and that sort of thing. With the change in encoder, I'm using the hardware encoder on the 3090 now, and only got actually it's just about to tell me that I need to go into the race session. So we'll wait for the race. Yeah, I just wasn't getting my head around it, so decided to give up my spot. Gateway's not a track I'm particularly great at. I was running 35s. Like I say, I surprised myself at that because I thought that was not bad. The faster guys are pulling 34s. And I was doing 36s and 37s last night when I did a video test, just a quality test. So to be pulling the 35s, I thought that was pretty good actually. Big improvement. But doing it 110 times, adds aerials in here. Doing it 110 times, just I couldn't see it happening. So decided to give up my spot and just come in here and I'll there we go, race. So go to that. So we'll see how I go with this. You're probably going to be racing in the Anscar truck tonight, so good luck with that. I haven't really done a lot of racing this last week. I think I pulled out early last Wednesday night because my head just wasn't in it. And kept clouting the wall. I think that was, where was that at? Charlotte. I had a shocking run there. Just didn't have my head around it at all. And the week before I think was Texas, and I had a terrible run there, hitting the wall as well, coming into turn 4. So, it's the way it goes. I've done more commentary than I have racing this week, so we'll see how we go. It's a 200 ping. It's not bad. 99, 97 on the quality. That's not shabby. So we'll see how we go. They're in a 3-minute practice session. I've just done some laps before I started the stream and pulling low to mid 31s. I think 31.3 was my best lap. Some 31.6s, 31.7s, stuff like that. All right, okay. Oh, well, we'll see how we go with this. There's supposed to be a decent-sized field in here. Oh, it's not too bad. There were 27 cars or something registered for the session, but we obviously don't have everybody in here. Looks like couple of people might have left because Adam Ariel was in here and he's gone. Although he might have gone to a different server. It obviously just decided not to fill the server and split everybody up. Because we've obviously... See what we've got. Yeah. Well, we're going to go qualifying and I'm just looking to see. I know, we'll see how it goes. What's qualifying? 2 laps. Yeah, well, I was really disappointed in the way I went out last week in Sky Point. Was actually really happy with the way I was running and where I was in the early laps of the race. And to go out the way I did just really disappointed me. But shit happens. It took me by surprise that it was open setups. I wasn't prepared for that. So I hadn't done any pracky laps or anything like that because I thought it was fixed setups. But that's okay. I've got a setup for it, and I'll do some testing tomorrow afternoon, and I've got a couple of setups there. I'll decide which one I want to use. I've got a bought one, and I've got one I got off one of the guys in the US league. So, yeah, Dega tomorrow night, and I've got I think Talladega or Daytona tomorrow during the day in the US series. Might go out and see if I can qualify with a decent time. I pulled a 31.3 earlier, so if I could do that again, I'll be happy. But I really just want to test the FPS because I'm using the hardware encoder instead of the software. So I've gone from X264 to NVme. And I want to see what difference it makes to the FPS because it's not using the CPU to encode. And at 1440, it's not really fully utilising the 3090, so
green flag.
We'll see how we go.
First time lap. One more lap. 32.197.
Oh, started to get loose then. I feel it starting to lose traction. And there it goes. Oh, bugger. That buggered it. That would have been a good lap.
Second flag's out.
Yeah, that would have been a good lap. Just couldn't hold it through turn 4. Ah, well, it's all right. Mate, I don't think the harness will go around me. I really don't. I've only ever had it sitting over my shoulders. I've never tried to actually do it up. But, yeah, I don't think it'll actually go around me. I know I've tried one day just to find out. I have been curious, but yeah, but it won't change if I'm out in track on my own. I know that's why I'm in here. I need a full field of cars, sort of thing, so I can see what it does. I'm not expecting it to be a particularly heavy. I'm expecting to be an improvement over what it was before, because it's not using the software encoding, so it's not going to use the CPU to encode as well as race. And if I don't stream, it's good. But we'll see how we go. I've never used the NVme encoder, the hardware, so that's what all this is about. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, well, even with that bloody bad lap, it's got me 9th, and that'll be off the first lap, which 32.1's not bad for the first lap. Second lap should have been somewhere between 31.3 and 31.7, but just couldn't hold it through the final turn. I could feel the rear getting loose, and I had to lift because it did actually start to get out of shape. So we'll see how we go. I'll start 9th, and what am I, car 11? Okay. So going up to there, we've got 14 in here. Okay. Oh no, number 9 I am. I'm sitting 12th. So I'm reading it the wrong way around. Okay, yeah, so that, yeah, dodgy lap. Oh, look at these blokes, 30.8. Goodness gracious. So my best lap from before would have put me about here. So it would have put me around 5th or 6th. But that's okay. I'm happy to start towards the back and let these guys crash into each other anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Fancy. Why fancy?
One lap till we go green. Line up on the outside.
We've put in plenty of fuel to finish the race.
Pit road is closed.
So what do we got? 35 laps. Oh, you mean the equipment now? Ah, yeah. If that's what you're talking about, having the big card and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, well, when I discovered I didn't have 3 display ports, I got the shits and just went all out. So but it keeps me happy. I'm retired and spend a little bit of money on that and a bit of money on the car, and then just live comfortably and, you know. Oh, right, yeah. No, well, there's software and there's hardware, and I'm just using the hardware side now and see how it goes. Because the software, encoding it and racing with everything cranked up on 1440, sucks 20 to 30 frames out while I'm actually streaming. So I spent 20 years working in IT, so I understand a lot of that stuff, and I've done about 15 years of web radio and stuff like that, so running radio stations. Let's see how we go here. There's somebody missing from in front of me.
You don't get any extra tyre sets for this race, so let's be smart out there.
Because I noticed it was really bogging down the other day, and was, even with the new card and the new processor, I've got a 5950X and everything in it now, so, you know, 16 cores, 32 threads, all that sort of rubbish. And in a race the other day, I noticed it was dropping down into the 50s again, so that's when I decided to take a look at changing the encoder and see what I can do with it. So, no, mate. Oh, it was all for fun. I could have, but I didn't want advertising and that sort of stuff, so it was all just for fun and out of my pocket. I've been running stations since about 2004. I'm just not doing it at the moment. Haven't done it for a little while now. It gets very, very expensive when you get a station that gets a lot of listeners. So I had a rock station once that was so popular I couldn't afford the number of listeners I was getting because I was paying per listener sort of thing. Oh, well, it was data driven actually, rather than the number of people listening. You can do it so it's the number of people listening, and it can be quite inexpensive, but that particular one was like, you list it on their directory, use them for the streaming, and boom, people just show up. So, and that was quite expensive, but
Pace cars in.
it was worth it for listeners, but just got too expensive because the station became too popular.
Green's out. Green flag. Green flag.
that was a straight up rock station, so.
Car outside. Still there.
Get some heat into these tyres for a couple of laps.
$39.739. Car inside. Stay high. Clear, clear. 32.151.
Yeah, it's just rocking 144, isn't it? That's the difference. It's not dropping off that at all, so the streaming makes a huge difference when you're using the software encoder. I saw it at 143, but pretty much that's solid.
30.845.
Just shows how much CPU gets used for streaming while you're doing iRacing, because it's fairly CPU dependent. Hey, Wigger.
32.119.
Oh, okay. One of those. Geez, getting loose. Yep, somebody's gone.
32.
Another one.
206.
Another one. Another one.
Go low.
Yeah, it's very loose. Just the rear. But,
33.425.
ah, well, you get that. Just got to drive with it.
Go slow in, fast out of the corners, not fast in, slow out. Just got wrecking on that dumb shit.
$31.929. $32.02.
So that frame rate's really nice and stable, DD. That's good. It's not affecting it at all.
44.
And I mean, graphically it looks pretty good. Maybe. I don't know. Feel even better when I get the triples set up.
31.9.
Might actually be the paint job on the car, mate, making me go faster. I've got a plain black car with just the numbers showing. There's no sponsorships on this one. There's less paint, more streamlined.
178.
Yeah, the bot. Unbelievable. How many laps did it say? Oh, 20. Okay. I thought it said 2 laps left. I was going to say, what the hell? No, 20. Yeah.
32.026.
Just try to keep as much speed going as possible without pushing it too hard through the turns, because the arse end does get loose. I might continue doing what I'm doing, because if I can at least bother this guy enough that he makes a mistake, hopefully he'll do it without taking me out.
0.132.
Yeah, it's a little early yet. I don't want to have to defend against him. That's what I'm doing. I'm either up. Oh, I've got now got somebody behind me.
2.318 inside. They're inside.
Now I've got to fight this guy off.
They're inside. Car inside. Still there. Keep high. 32.549. Still there. That car is a lap down. Still there. They're inside.
Tyres. Oh.
.991. Inside. Keep high. Keep high. 32.895. Stay high. Clear, clear. Inside. Stay high. Clear, clear.
Nope. That was a bad place to be. I think I've just driven the life out of these tyres.
285.
Still got about 11 laps to go. I missed my chance to do what I was going to do before because of this guy.
32.984. 10 laps to go.
So I didn't notice he was coming up behind me, so I didn't realise I was going to have to defend from him. I didn't want to pass the other guy yet at that stage because I didn't want to have to spend the rest of the race defending against him.
026.
But that's now gone, that opportunity, that strategy, so I was going to wait until the last 10 or 12 laps, pass him and then see what we could do about it, but it just didn't work out that way. He's loose, he's loose. So his tyres aren't much better than mine. I just don't have enough pace to make a move on him at the moment. I need him to get loose and lose some momentum. And I'm trying to also hold this other guy off. That buggered it.
33.481.
There he goes again. Saw a little wisp of smoke off his tyres then.
Right front tire's wearing out. 33.315.
Yeah, I wish. Yeah, I just don't have the tyres for it, mate, unfortunately now. That should put me up one.
3.565. 5 to go.
Just hang on for 5 laps. Something else I noticed sucks the absolute guts out of the FPS is mirrors. Especially that second one up top. Not the virtual, but the other one.
3.4.
You turn that on and it actually makes a difference. I noticed the other day turning them on and off. Yeah, that sucks the guts out of it too. Because graphically what it's doing is it's giving like our multiple issues of the same sort of thing, you know. Geez, that right front must be stuffed. To try and hang on to this for a couple more laps.
White flag, 1 to go.
Well, I've run a nice clean one so far.
33.4.
Make it around this last lap and I'll be happy. But yeah, FPS is awesome. So it's definitely the way to go.
Road car up 5.
Okay.
Go low. There's the flag, it's over. Great job, driver.
Well, good racing, guys. Thank you very much. It was a lot of fun. Well, that was fun. I'd forgotten how much fun ARCA could be, actually. Oh, yeah, I think I killed the front of that. Killed it dead. Oh, wonderful. Well, that was good, actually. No, that's I'm happy with that. Very, very happy with that. So that's obviously the way to go. Because as I said, at 1440, it's not fully utilising the 3090. So if you had a 3080 or a 3080 Ti, 3070 even, I would probably, and you know, you're not happy with your, you want to have the graphics up, but you're not happy with, you know, how much it sucks out of the frames when you're streaming. I'd probably recommend to anybody that's watching, try using the NVme encoder in either Streamlabs OBS or OBS Studio, whichever one you've got. I've heard the AMD encoder is crap, which is the equivalent of whatever this is. I honestly don't know. I've never tried it. I was on X264. I had Radeons in, but the X264 software encoder obviously sucks too much out of the CPU. That's the proof is in the pudding, and that I don't think that dropped below 143 the whole race. Even at the start line, you know, with the full grid, almost a full grid in front of me, only about 3 or 4 behind me, it was perfect, absolutely perfect. Really nice graphics because everything's cranked up. The next step is I'll turn on HDR and see what that does. As, you know, as far as any difference it makes on that sort of thing, we'll see how that goes. So yeah, thanks for watching. I think that's about as good as it gets. So anybody watching this, DD's Casting Couch, DD's Casting Couch on Twitch. Sorry, I'm a bit dry. So DD's Casting Couch on Twitch. Check it out, follow it, and yeah, give DD a follow on that. Dave Douglas, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the SkyPoint server tomorrow night. But other than that, pretty much that's it. So stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, and live your own life, not what other people want you to do. Thank you. Good day to my twin grandsons. I didn't say it at the start because I was doing things differently. So my twin grandsons, Conner and Percival, the Fosters, whoever else is watching. Thank you. Take care. See you later.